everybody, how are things going? Hope you're having an awesome day. Back with another MRO high-rise epic. We're looking at more of the usual Neolithic suspects, this time in Moreux. The high-rise photograph we're analysing is called Sand Dunes, and as always I'll include links to the reference material below. Acquired on the 3rd of February 2008. And we're looking at an image scale range of 30 centimeters per pixel. And as usual, images are cropped from the JP2 black and white map projected file. And there's a crop from the low-res black and white JPEG to give you an idea of the context in which I found these anomalies. Located in Moreux, 41.49 degrees north. 44.94 degrees east in this region of Protonillus. Dark patch of dunes over here in the circular depression called Moreux crater. And yes folks, another disk right there in the center of this image, and it has a diameter of roughly 15 meters across. And take a close look at it, we can see a nice rounded edge again, a relatively smooth flat surface, slightly dented or eroded. And there's some more from previous videos, check that one out, also about 12 to 15 meters in diameter. There's another one, these are from a huge bright disk found on Mars, relics west of Ionia Mons, and another massive disk north of Proctor. So if you haven't checked those videos out yet, please do so. Very, very interesting anomalies with those as well. And this disk over here also about 12 meters in diameter, and that one there as well. So very common feature on Mars, these strange disks. And don't know if these are artificial or if they formed through natural geology. Check out this, another huge bright disk against that boulder over there. This one has a diameter of about 5 meters, and next to it another odd piece as well. We'll have a look at some others that I found too. Let's have a look at this close up, and there we can see the bright disk, slightly oval in shape, maybe it's lying sort of on its side. And then this part to the left, found many of these as well. I'll show you a couple of examples. Got this straight edge and then this curvature to it over there, and on the side a protrusion or knob. So there's some others. This is from part 1, ancient wreckage and structures east of Reddy on Mars, and there's the other one also from the same video. So another very common design feature, this shape. Check out the geometry, and we've also got these protrusions or knobs on these. There's another strange little item over there. It's about 3 meters tall and about 1.5 meters wide, and it seems to be lying up against this rectangular part. Got another piece running through there into the shadow parallel to that side. And look at this, it's got like this strange ankh sort of shape to it, this rounded part here, dark spot there in the center, and then this long narrow piece. It also reminds me of a slightly larger piece that I found in Kotka crater. This is from weird craft and structure artifacts found in Kotka crater on Mars. So this rounded part, and the long narrow piece coming off to the side. Also it looks like it's on top of this rectangular base structure with little openings. Check there, rather strange. Check out this piece, looks like could be some type of opening or ventilation system. And that whole shadow over there is about 15 meters across, and we've got straight edges to this piece, and then this looks like folded sheet metal, long narrow piece coming up out of the surface. Look at the long shadow it casts. I estimate this piece could be something like 5 to 10 meters tall. Now, could this be some type of wreckage lying over here? Could this be an open hole that goes down into the surface? This is another one I featured recently from the God of War, the Martian War Chronicles. Yeah, I've tilted this one 90 degrees. Give you an idea of the same geometry and shape. This one's got looked like openings over here. So wind traps, the openings, underground entranceways, hangars, or just geology. Rather weird. Check out this obelisk shape over there. That's about 12 meters tall, and it's also got this little protrusion down at the bottom over here, which measures about 1.5 meters across. And you can see nice triangular shape to it. It's got this bevel over here on the one side, and then in the center of this triangular carved out area we've got that little dome or sphere over there. And this is just another one example of many more that I found, also about 12 meters tall. And this is from part 3, the Sidonian and Neolithic artists and builders of Mars. Another one of these strange triangular pieces with very straight, well-defined edges coming up to a sharp point, and each side of here is about 10 meters long. And we can have a look at it close up. Check that out. Got a slight curvature to it, maybe. Nice well-defined edges. This object over here also has straight edges coming up to a nice well-defined apex from huge pumpkin seed shaped object found on Mars. And then this one also from the same video, nice straight edges coming up to a sharp point. Wonder if this is also maybe rounded over here, but no idea what we're looking at there, guys and girls. Then we're looking at this object over here to the right, about 5 by 6 meters. Intriguing about this one is the triangle on top. Also found many others on Mars as well. And there's just a couple triangular objects spotted in Newcomb on Mars. Got this triangular object on top of this larger base, and looks like this area has been hollowed out. Here's another one also from the same video, and there, check that out, the discs and ruins of Pyramus Fossae on Mars. More triangular objects. And then we're looking at a couple of these again. Featured many of these in the past as well. Got this object that's about, let's see, 12 meters tall by about 10 meters wide. And the oval object in its center over there, that measures about 3 meters across. And remember the shape, we'll check out some others. This one about 12 meters across, and it also has a little oval, almost a conical part to it there in the center. Measures about 2 to 3 meters across. It's also got this geometry and shape. So there's some others there, the two are next to one another. This is from strange architecture spotted in Proctor Dunefield on Mars, and this one as well. So you've got really strange coincidence or common design features. These remind me of the huge megalithic blocks from Cusco, Peru. We've also got that shape, check there, this piece in particular with a hollowed out area there, whereas these have got protrusions on them. Check out this rectangular megalithic block or slab. That's about 12 by 10 meters. And then in its center we've got two protrusions or knobs. The larger one is about 2 meters across. Got straight edges, slightly eroded. And then intriguing is these two items next to one another in the center. And there's so many of these that I've discovered, we're not even going to look at similar blocks. So let's go over to Google Earth Mars and down to the usual Neolithic suspects in Moreux. And it's right there in that dark circular patch called Moreux. And the dune field is called Protonillus. So there are some of the artifacts we checked out. Just for reference, let's have a look at some of the other artifacts in this region. We've got these smaller items. These are about 5 meters across with little dark spots in their centers. That looks like a little sphere inside that one. Over here, got that huge megalithic block or slab inside that circular depression there. And that's also where we found what looks like a toppled Mayan statue. Eye there, nose, ear and mouth. Pareidolia maybe, but it does look quite intriguing. More megalithic slabs over there. That looks like a little totem pole. That's about 10 meters long, with that row of smaller protrusions or knobs on it. And zoom out a bit and have a look at some of the other anomalies close by. Check, there's another one of those rounded parts with a protrusion or knob on it. Then we've got alignment of smaller protrusions or knobs in geometric patterns. And then up here to the south, more discs. Check that nice ornate piece there. That's about 10 meters across. Nice rounded carved out area, and it's got a little hole in it there. That it looks like a ship's rudder. Quarter circular object there. Check this piece out. Highly unnatural looking. Triangular shape to it. And at the apex we've got that little cone. Another one of those little triangular objects, a little protrusion on it. Looks like a part that's folded over on top of that piece. Check at the alignment of these knobs or protrusions. Very similar to those on the megalithic stones in South America. Another one of those slabs with a protrusion on it. Look at that L shape there. And these are all 10 to 12 meters across, so all of them rather huge. Check out that little triangle in the center of this part over here, right there on the center line of that edge. More alignment on top of that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sided object. And another partial hexagon shaped object there. That looks like an eye that's been carved onto that block. It's about 2 to 3 meters across. Looks like a sarcophagus. Rather weird. That's about 8 meters long, if I can remember correctly. Looks like a little pyramid. There's another one there. And another little object there in the center of that larger base. Check it, that little craft, that's about 6 meters across, disc shape to it, dome on top with 2 little wings on the side. There's that huge disc. Smaller one over there, that's about 6 meters in diameter. Another disc over here with a little triangle on top. Check that out, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sides to that one. Another disc shape over there. Looks almost like one of those scarab objects that are featured in the past. And another disc with a dome. Another partial hexagon shape over there. Check that disc over there with dome in the center, and then those 2 smaller parts on either side. Some geometry and symmetry there. There's another long narrow obelisk piece there, that's about 12 meters long. Another little triangle, another quarter disc over there. Check that one out. Also got like a plectrum shaped object in its center, and then 2 smaller parts on either side. Another triangular object on a larger base. Another one of those strange little, looks like little flying objects, that's about 6 meters across as well. The alignment of those 3 smaller parts in a triangle next to the bevel over here, and then we've got 2 smaller ones there as well. Some symmetry in that design. And this we see quite often as well, this tombstone type of shape with 2 knobs on it. There's a triangle on the larger base structure. Another one of these obelisk shaped objects. Another disc. And there's one lodged between 2 narrow parts over here. Another smaller disc over here to the left. Okay, so we featured those already. And this is also where we find these strange objects, lots of these as well, where we've got the smaller part to the left and the larger part to the right, and in the center those protrusions or knobs. And I think that's what got me blacklisted on Facebook when they censored all my posts. And I deleted my profile. I think you guys have seen that video. So I think I hit a nerve with that one. And this is also where we find the Eye of Horus. Let's switch on the CTX image browser and we take a look at it up close. And the eye is about 180 meters across, if I can recall correctly. And it's large enough to show up in the CTX image. And it's right there. Let's just tilt this a bit. And there you can see the eyebrow, the 2 eyelids, and the pupil. Rather odd. Let's quickly have a look at 1 or 2 more. Oh yes, and this is where I found that object over there, which looks like the Starship Enterprise from Star Trek. The disk is 300 meters in diameter, and also this huge megalithic block. Got more of these megalithic looking blocks and slabs. There's another protrusion or knob on that one, right next to that slot that appears to be cut into that one side. There's another disc underneath that rectangular block or slab there. Now we've got more of these slabs next to one another. We're looking at ruins of an ancient civilization over here, or just coincidence. Check that. Check at this huge triangular structure there. I think that's about 120 meters long, each of those two sides. And then looks like a little Stonehenge. Very interesting anomalies in Renaudot. That's it for the video, guys and girls. Thanks for watching. I hope you found it interesting and informative. Do let me know in the comments below what you make of these anomalies, and let's see if we can get to the bottom of what we're looking at. So thanks again for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.